Thank you very much, Alex. We are live here from the Blizzard Arena in Los Angeles. What? No, hold on. We're not there, Henry.
We're certainly not.
Where's Hex?
We're going to be down towards Banana. That's where all the action's kicking off there. It is a 4-on-3. Semler and Henry G in the mother-frickin' house. Let's go. It's going to be Vitality, the Frenchman, trying to battle back here as they manage to actually get the man advantage. It's going to be a 4 versus 3 and no utility remaining on the CT side. This should be a great game, actually. Vitality not really tested earlier against Invictus, but North stunning performance against Mousesports, looking to continue that form as they've had a bit of a rut recently. I want to see a good performance from them in this game.
Has it been recently? Because, I mean, even me, I'm thinking North and ruts kind of go hand in hand.
They have been in a perpetual rut. I'll give you that. But just more so than ever, I would say. This is looking quite good in terms of the Vitality setup. Plenty of time remaining, 50 seconds here. We'll see with the 2 smokes, the 3 flashbangs available. Looks like a B finish to me with that sort of setup. Being smoked towards Coffin, CT spawn, flash over, but we have got a nice setup from Cajun B and Yugi. Cajun's been playing really well recently. His individual skill has looked fantastic. We'll see if he can continue that as we get to the 30-second mark. It will be a B finish. Watch out for those smokes, flashes to go over, and all hell to break loose once again towards the B side of the map. Yeah,
Cajun and Yugi are about to get a run for their money here. We're going to see if they can actually hold off, and I like the slow approach coming in here from Vitality. Going to get top banana control before launching everything in. So this will be a minimum amount of warning here for the defense on the B site, but North seem to be ready for it. Flashes are good, but nobody gets picked on the CT side. So there's still a chance here for Cajun, and he's going to start it off strong with a headshot already. Looking for the plant. They wasted it, and there's the deny. Well done on the side of North on the CT side. That's exactly how you're supposed to go about it.
Yeah, that's a lovely crossfire there. I said Cajun B's individual form has been stunning as of late. He gets 3 very calm kills. That's the experience shining through from him. They knew what they had to do. It was a man disadvantage, remember. Vitality played it very well. As you mentioned, they had very little in terms of telegraphed information given away. They got to the mouth of the bomb site, threw the smokes in. It was a perfect execution, but even better from Cajun, who holds strong at the very back there. 3 big kills, and of course, there will be the force buy back in true French form. We have got Zywoo, though, who will be saving $1,000, looking to potentially get a rifle out next round if they lose this one. We'll see as we see Deagles, a Max Emperor RPK, and a few smokes as well. Interesting enough, North focusing on the MP9s. Pound for pound, the best gun of the game at this point, I would say, Semler.
Well, this is what we've always said, right, Henry? Yeah. Make that money, honey.
Indeed.
Get in there.
I've always said that. I've always said it.
Well, you know, maybe you weren't around back then. So that was it. That was it, is just get those MP9s, get those SMGs in play, farm up that eco, because Vitality aren't going to be that strong. A couple of the players not rocking helmets. Zywoo doesn't even have Kevlar. So there's a real chance here for Kirby to shred them. Yugi going to find a kill of his, but RPK trades it back to that Mac 10 in play. Back and forth, one after another, but North eventually going to grind these guys down because, again, Vitality, they went for the force, but unless you can get overwhelming kills in the blink of an eye, it's going to be so hard for you if it gets drawn out, and that's exactly what happens. North, are they able to recover the M4? They are. So as far as North are concerned, they're fine.
Yeah, that's absolutely perfect from them. Lovely stuff there. 4 SMGs into the round and a execution from the apartments there. The flash attack trying to funnel through those players through the balcony position. Didn't work out though. The MP9, the perfect weapon, especially when you push through the smoke. It causes absolute carnage there. And it has to be the eco now for Vitality. They have no option but just to get a few upgraded pistols here. P250s, a couple of Deagles as well, and a single HE grenade. That's in the hands of RPK. Probably throws that towards top of middle. Won't do a whole lot. And for now, North don't need to push, don't need to do anything too flashy, and maybe just inflict some damage with the grenades.
There it is. I like to see that. Nice counter grenade to top banana, though. That definitely did some damage.
That was just 1 grenade from RPK. Remember, that's all they fought.
That's money.
Like over 100 damage there. That's not bad at all.
That's as good as it gets, I think. So
I like that.
Super solid, at least as far as Vitality are concerned. They've still got the Deagles, so they've softened up too. B defense is going to be a little vulnerable. That's why Cajun kind of went back over there in case Vitality were trying to press through the smoke and trying to put some pressure on. He would have been there to support, but he rotates back over to A. And so it's 2 on B, 3 on A right now. North currently in the lead with a strong start here on Inferno. Yeah. And they, as long as they keep their cool here, North should not lose anybody. That's the important thing. They shouldn't drop anybody in this round.
Yeah, dream scenario for Vitality here, a bomb plant. Getting the extra cash, the money baby, and we'll see if that comes through. That's obviously top shelf. Like, even if they get a couple of kills, I'd say it's quite a successful round given the complexion of the setup right now. 3 players with the bomb outside the B bomb site. RPK already done a boatload of damage with that HE, looking to convert it. And the Deagle, perfect weapon to open things up. up. Apex finds it, and that should be the catalyst for them to make their way towards B.
He's so dangerously good, but there's Gade. Beautiful flash. The teamwork coming through there. The help from Yugi sets it up, and North, so long as they just lost AZ, they should be fine. Gade's already picked up an M4, and perfect.
Wow.
Excellent round here from North. They could afford to lose the MP9.
Yep.
That's a hard eco. Fine. You kept your rifles alive.
Exactly.
And now you're going to be solid going into the next round.
No, I absolutely agree there. In a way, it actually maybe benefits them going forward. They want to get Yugi on that AWP as soon as possible, right? They haven't gone for it, but now they have more firepower going forward.
We were talking about it earlier because we've been here for a while. Right?
We have been here quite a
matches.
while, yeah.
I'm still kind of making some comments where, oh, CS hasn't really changed much, huh? People are still hunting with rifles when they shouldn't be.
Exactly.
They're still taking peeks when they shouldn't be. They're still kind of throwing money around when they shouldn't be. And I'm sitting here like, nothing's really changed.
No, it's the same old game. We're calling it CSGO overtime now. That's the only difference.
That is the change. The eco change is definitely something that I've been adjusting to, obviously, trying to play the game, but also watch these matches. It just doesn't seem like there's ecos anymore.
Whatever you think's going to happen, just assume the opposite. That's kind of what I've come to learn at this point. ZywOo and Shocks, though, opening frag found very quickly into the round. It's the first gun round here, and North presenting a little bit of aggression. They will be taking down, that's 2 players towards the balcony position, as we'll see it go to a 5 versus 3. Oh, that HE bounced off the skybox there. It lands down the throat of Gade, and it'll be down to 11 HP.
That's some heartburn.
Yeah, that really stings.
That's 11 HP left on Gade over on the B defense. He's still got AZ there to back him. But yeah, a nade and a little bit of tap before. I think it was a couple. But that's some good play with the utility coming in from Vitality, and it's looking like they want to try and press the advantage here. Looking for the spot. Oh, what an unfortunate turn of events there for Apex. Split second, he nearly had Gade. Didn't work, but 50 seconds on the clock now for Vitality.
So this is what we call a gamble stack now. So North are putting all their eggs into the proverbial B basket. They're going to be seeing whether they can hold off an execution here, but it is a fake by the looks of things. They've got 3 players here at the Vitality side, but the bomb, if you check that out towards middle, that's who waiting the other side of the map. Perfect execution here. So they've done a really good job. This is the best call they could have made, making a very convincing play towards B. North won't even consider going for this retake now. Like we said, a gamble stack is exactly that. If they do come towards B, sure, you'll fight for it. But they go A, you got to save the weapons. The money's not exactly established right now, so this is fantastic. They'll be fine with that. Give this one up. It's unfortunate to lose those first 2 picks, but that's going to happen sometimes. Doesn't mean you necessarily did anything wrong. No. Players like ZywOo on the server, they're going to hit shots.
They're going to hit shots, but more importantly, I like that from North because you also, on the CT side, when you are going up against guys like Shocks, like ZywOo, you need to take the fight to them.
Yeah.
You can't let those guys hit the ground running and get comfortable and start hitting shots and start feeling themselves. You have to play aggressive. You have to try and take the tempo and put it on your side of the map. And, well, it didn't pan out for North this time, but I like it. That's the game plan that you need to have going up against a team like Vitality.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a strong start here for North. Even if they lost this round, they're keeping 3 rifles alive. They'll be able to drop again in the next round. And they should be able to actually take the fight to Vitality in the next one as well.
Yeah, especially with Gade homing in on $4,000 right now. He'll get a little chunk of change on top of that. So it'll be 5K for him. So he could drop the AWP at this point. Considering they've got a ropey buy coming in at this point, I'd say that's a nice play. Problem is that Yugi hasn't been show-stopping with the AWP the last year or so. He's been very quiet by his standards. No longer considered like a top 5 AWP, but he does bring it out. And he can be excellent. We always want to see it. Very exciting, explosive sniper. CT side of Inferno, it's a bit of a dream for aggressive players. You can choose banana, middle, apartments. You can go anywhere on the map and keep things to your pace. We'll see if Vitality are ready to fend it off.
Yeah, they don't have the op on the side of Vitality. It's 3-1 right now. North on the CT side in the lead. And as far as Vitality are concerned, they're looking to take a little bit of a chunk out of that. So, solid eco coming in here from Vitality. Good use of nades to top banana as well. Looking to take control. And Yugi, in the meantime, has found the shot. Takes down ZywOo. We are calling him ZywOo, right, Henry?
We are calling him ZywOo. Like, ZywOo sometimes slips out. That's fine. We're going to allow it a couple of times.
But the French side of my brain is just going to be calling him ZywOo.
Yeah, exactly, right? Well, it's going to be Apex, though. That's a nice trade in response. They do manage to bring it down to a 4-on-4. That's a great shot. That's going to be Gade removing the situation. Having a rough time towards B bomb site. AZ left stuck towards first oranges, but the flashbang and teamwork from North has been excellent. Cajun B, alley-oops AZ, but no one found just yet. RPK gets burned down to 7 points of health, but still looks confident to find a frag. Nice footwork, and he might get away with this one as well.
Yep, he will. Oh, Kirby, though. Great push down mid. Catches Alex out in the open. 3-on-3 right now, and Shocks wins the duel.
Look at the HP on all of them.
Unbelievable. But they've got the man advantage, and they're going to get the bomb site. Who's over here? Yugi is going to be able to get back over towards Library. Not quite fast enough.
Yeah.
Smoke goes down, they're going to block him off, and now Vitality can set up. And even with the low HP, they can get the crossfires ready. If North try to go for the retake, it's going to be a spicy one.
If you had the M4 right now, it'd be a dream. You could spray through that smoke, you could deny the plant, but with the AWP, you can do absolutely nothing. Sit back and wait, save the weapon. You can see how influential it can be. That's exactly what we want to see from Yugi at the start. He won't necessarily know until he spawns in the round where he wants to go, where he'll feel like he can get an advantage. It is very spawn-dependent with these aggressive AWPers. Got towards that window position, managed to get the cross, and one of the key players as well. You take down Zywoo early on, you're pretty much, you're thinking you've locked that round in, but great response from Vitality. Get through by the skin of their teeth.
I'm excited to see this this Vitality. Once they made the change with Shox, I was following the news on HLTV, and I heard that. I was like, of course, this makes sense. Now you're going to have 2 heavy hitters on the team. If Shox can actually just focus on his aim, which I think is what was stated at the beginning, we don't want this guy calling. We don't want him involved in the shots.
You don't want him doing anything.
We want him involved in clicking on heads. That's what he's here for. And Shox, he excels at that. So you've got the double damage there. Shox and Zywoo working together on Vitality could mean this team could be a contender for the top.
What makes it so deadly as well, because they've got great fundamentals in this team with Alex calling. He's got a great understanding, but you set Shox up with these massive clutches. He was doing it in Malmo, left, right, and center. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4, it doesn't matter. He has the potential to win those rounds, and they can be game-changing. That's what he brings to the table. If he's in top form, he's a very scary player to be up against. And for now, North will not reinvest fully into this round. They'll take a bit of a partial investment with the saved AWP and the M4A4. Deagles and a USP for Kiabi. Going to do for the boost and look towards T-steps here, and Alex 1 step ahead of it. He'll be getting the initial headshot. Orb goes down, and now it's just a matter of reaction. What will the play be in response? Oh, man, that's what we're talking about.
But that's a clever setup. Shox, though, sniffs it out. That's not going to be an effective flash, though, Shox. You might get caught here, buddy, and it is not pretty. Bullet to the face, and Kirby holds strong from pit, so the A defense remains stable. Still, man advantage here for Vitality. Minute 10 on the clock.
Now, that's an example of what not to do with advantages, right? You've got to have a 5 versus 3. You know the money's low, and you've essentially given them an AK-47 now. Luckily, Alex will find another frag in response. So 4 versus 2, they should be absolutely fine, but no real justification behind that one apart from wanting to close out the round quickly.
Henry, we can go on for days about strategy, I think, you and I.
Because,
I know,
right?
We're watching these games, and you're just noticing all the details. And we can be like, that's actually a good way to throw away an advantage, actually. Shoxy, we just spent all that time praising you and saying maybe you just click on heads.
I guess once he hit that shot towards Boiler, he's like, you know what, guys, I've got freedom to do what the hell I like now. So just jump out, do what I want. It did cause a distraction. He got information at least, but that frag from Alex, the second one he got, manages to secure the round, and Gade would have saved the AWP. He's got a CZ on his back pocket as well, and a flashbang. Easy with the Deagle. Just going to be the bodyguard, making sure that Gade's absolutely fine from the banana position, I would imagine. No real reason to hunt here. The money's not amazing. On the French side, they'd have to go towards B, where they know the sniper's probably residing, and he'll have the advantage. So let's hold up, save towards the apartments.
And why bother? You're going to hold on to the op? We've been winning anyway. It's fine. And as far as Vitality are concerned, they're just building their eco. They've got 4 players alive. They're going to get into that sweet spot where they're not going to be at risk of ecoing it anytime soon, even though obviously teams don't really eco anymore. So, I mean, it's not really a concern.
No, but to be honest, the ecos are the round I normally say, well, this one is the one they'll probably win at this point. That's where we've got to. But it's still exciting, you know?
Don't sound too excited there.
It's whenever we're about like 15-30 might close the game, I said, well, they've only got CZs, P250s, so 15-14 probably coming in now is normally the line of reasoning I have, because I try and use logic, and it doesn't seem to work these days.
Well, that's a throwback. We can go all the way back 14, 15. What, the French CS, the run and gun.
The Tech 9.
The Tech 9 and the CZ.
I actually enjoyed that.
Those were days when anything was possible.
Shoxy with a Tech 9, forced by every round with the Tech 9, execution towards AO Mirage. Why not? It was so much fun to watch.
They were brutal, man. They were brutal. They were fun to watch for sure. Yeah. And and it is fundamentals. They've got the fundamentals. So even with pistols, if you are executing well, and you have your opponents that are overextending, making plays that they possibly shouldn't, yes, you're going to get the punish, because everything can get a headshot now pretty much in the pistols. CZ up close, Deagles. It's brutal to slip up.
Yeah, even the 5.7s had a bit of a resurgence this year. It had a bit of a nerf, I suppose. It didn't have as much spam potential, but players are showing us now with accuracy and more calm tapping, you can actually do a lot of devastating damage with that pistol. So watch out for that.
Bullets as well.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, the thing is it never runs out.
A few players are buying that on pistol round as well now. If you're holding tight choke points, instead of going with the CZ, but you get 12, you actually have a much more controlled gun like the 5.7. You can bring out a little smoke with that as well. It's actually a nice little setup to go into a pistol round. Don't see it too much, but it's certainly an option, as we've got a slight technical issue here.
No, it was just miscommunication, I think.
Oh, really?
Tac pause, guys. It was the first tac pause used, and
I see.
It seems like we needed.
Coach PC went off.
Was it tech or tac? I thought it was a tactical pause for a second there.
Coach PC went off
But then what's Alex talking about
during
during
the tactical
tag?
pause. So they had a tactical pause, and then the coach, who doesn't have a PC in game, but he has it on TeamSpeak, right? So he couldn't communicate because his PC died, so they didn't get a tactical timeout. That was it.
Point.
Worked it out.
I mean, it looks like we're working it out. Well, as far as the players are concerned, this is one of those moments. And if it turns into a technical pause, still the same rules. They're not allowed to talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Alex has asked or plead, I suppose, that he can have an extra 15 seconds considering the coach couldn't talk. I think that's fair enough. I think both teams will get it, so that's fine. And just going to work out what the next move is. If you're just joining us, this is Vitality versus North, best of 3. This will be the pick of North here. It's a bit of a Danish map, Inferno, and we'll see if Vitality can start sinking their teeth into this first half. Decent start after losing the pistol. Managed to go down 0-3, but they've now won 3 rounds in a row. They've got control of the money, building up a nice reservoir of cash. As I always got the AWP, and here's a replay of the great work from Cajun, who's had a massive return to form, I have to say. He was one of those players, like, especially towards like last year, you were thinking, like, he's going to get a bit long in the tooth now, not as high, like powerful as he used to be, but he's looked fantastic the last few months.
Well, it's always been the question. I mean, you talk to the older players like Taz and Neo, the veterans, right, who've been around forever, Forrest. You talk to them, and it is always the thing. It's not individual aim or mechanical skill that goes down. It's the grind. It's the willingness to just stay on the road forever and play as long as possible and keep up with the actual work that has to go into it. And as you get longer in the tooth, as you say, that's what actually ends careers, is that the guys, are they willing to put in the time? Maybe if they've got a wife, a kid, a house, all these things, they're starting to add up.
And you have these 19-year-old kids who have only ever played CSGO. They're dedicating their entire life to it. They have no other responsibilities. They can sink in 10 hours a day into it, and you've got to keep up with them, who are discovering all these new things on these new maps, like Vertigo they're coming in, for example. Very difficult to stay competitive and put the hours in required to maintain that level in a very competitive landscape.
What I was always saying was, Simple just flies back from the tournament, and within half an hour he's already streaming FPL. I'm just like, okay, then, there you go, buddy. That's why you're the best in the world.
Exactly.
Stewie, all those guys, right? They just get home, the first thing they're doing is they're already grinded.
You've got to have a real love for the game. You've got to really enjoy yourself out there. And RPK, one of the old veterans, he's had a great year as well. He's looked solid. Like, he was a name that was up on the chopping block for this Vitality roster shuffle they had. But they came out and said, the coach Xtaz even said, like, RPK does his role. He knows he's not the star player anymore on this team. He does what he's told. He might not get the most frags, but he completes his job to a very satisfactory level. And it's not the most glamorous role, but he's very important to the team. So I absolutely love the fact he's still playing and putting in very good shifts.
Nice aggression here from Zewitho with the op. Top Banana finds the pick on Gade. They were setting up the nades, and Vitality were in position. They took some damage, but they got the kill. So man advantage now for Vitality. Tied up 3-3 right now between both of these teams. Vitality, after losing the pistol, have managed to really turn it around. And it's North with their backs to the wall. No money in the bank for North, and that's the big thing. Vitality have just been dominant in these rifle rounds, and so they've got plenty to play with. They can be a bit more aggressive. North are the ones who have to be very cost-effective, let's say.
Frugal.
Frugal is a way to put it as well. Basically, you got no dough. Exactly. So you got to get the job done clean if you're North.
Well, that's a classic Zyru play, rushing up towards B with the AWP. You won't see many players attempt that one, let me tell you. He always pulls it off, though. We've seen some crazy rounds of that sort of play from him. He opens things up, takes down Gade, who I mentioned has had a rough time towards that B bomb site. Hasn't been able to find multiple kills. He gets naded on, dunked on, and Yugi now has been flashed off position. They know exactly where he is. The smoke's down, and AZ, he has to deliver a few frags. Luckily, the Flames aren't touching him. They might overlook this position. He's been given a massive lifeline here. Can he find multiple frags? Alex thought he got him. He does in the end. Yugi will find one in return, but still the man advantage lies with the French, as the bomb should be planted here. Occasion B, fly in the ointment, looking to shut things down.
Oh, especially as that smoke clears. There's a golden opportunity now for Cajun. As soon as he hears that go, RPK playing it safe, though. And Alex is covering him. So thought that the smoke was going to clear, but it did linger for a little bit. Missed shot. Cajun still out in the open. Will go down, and that's now Kirby, the last man alive here for North. Bottom of Banana, and most likely going to be trying to hold on to his M4. And those are the kinds of mistakes as well. I mean, we talk about this sometimes, right, where it comes down to execution and the decision-making you're making, right, when you're like, do I take that duel? Like Shoxy earlier on the balcony. It's like, do I take that duel?
Sure.
It could be a mistake, could not. That's an unfortunate one where Vitality, that's a nade that you need to know. You shouldn't be messing up a nade that hits behind oranges with a Molotov, right?
Exactly, yeah. Like especially if it's a set piece like that, because those set pieces are designed to eradicate those risks, right? So you're assuming when you go to the bomb site, this is clear. We've gone through this. It doesn't have to be checked. But you're absolutely right. It doesn't cost them the round, but Alex won't be happy the fact that he almost goes down to that fact. But either way, they win with 3 players surviving. We talked about the situation in terms of the finances for North. Here's Alex with the round-winning play, if we get it.
This is going to be him flipping around, freaking out, I think. No, okay.
He got the
it's just the follow-up shot.
Probably not worth a replay. It wasn't the most flashy, but, you know, it certainly was influential.
Did his job.
It did his job, and that's all we can ever ask of people.
These days, man, you got to do your job.
Yeah, well, here we go. Gade, he's actually invested significantly into this. He spent all of his schmeckles there, I believe.
Yeah.
So he went down to 0.
No, I guess they just wanted to make the play. It is kind of a half buy, sort of, because I mean, Cajun, Yugi, and AZ have still got money in the bank here as well. So
maybe
we'll see.
Has he felt frustrated the fact he's being taken down so much? But
no. I think they wanted a rifle on each side.
Yeah,
That's
I guess you're probably
here.
right. So they're going to try and make sure they have a fighting chance in this one. And if he loses it, he'll have to be onto an SMG. On Inferno CD side, that's not the end of the world. You can play shotguns on this map. So many nooks and crannies to reside within. Oh, that grenade.
I saw that, Shoxy.
Yeah, he's getting warmed up. You know, that's not his bread and butter. He
that wasn't a set nade, though, Henry.
No,
so we'll let
that
one slide. We'll let that one slide. That's all right.
Yeah.
We can let that go.
Well, here's RPK sniffing out the B bombs I hear. It's been a massive point of contention for both of the teams. Flashbang goes over. I don't think they push for this, so he's trying to bait out reaction.
I like this setup from Vitality, though. This is classic. I mean, this is good teamwork on your entry fraggers. Stacking up so that you're always trading. Yeah. That's the name of the game. And so a few shots here to Coffins on the B site. That's going to force the smoke out of gate. And then AZ behind the flash. He timed it perfectly, but could not get anything out of it, apart from a little bit of information. But Vitality are now going to be backing out of the banana, and 35 seconds left on the clock here for Vitality to make the play to A. And it seems like apart from apartments, they don't have too much. Well, never mind. There you go. ZywOo with the peek, drops Yugi, and now they have the advantage.
Now we need a lovely crossfire, the bait and switch from Cajun B. If he gets this kill, that could have been around, depending if he manages to make that frag. But it's going to be Kiabi with a couple of kills, potentially not going to happen. That was the only chance they had in the round. 2 players to survive this one, AZ and Gade, the B players. No real reason to do anything with this. AZ can explore a bit further, see if he can upgrade to a rifle. But Gade, remember, he invested everything he had. He has to hold on to this weapon now.
Yep, he stays put. And this is where you're starting to see the real methodical play coming out from Vitality. And this is why I was making that point earlier on the CT side where North really needed a challenge and not let Vitality hit their stride, not let them get confident. Because looking at how Vitality are playing now, they're just running up to top banana. They're taking over apartments. They're taking fights and winning them. Kill that chicken, Apex.
Yeah, get it out of there.
Get it out of there. But now you're starting to see where Vitality, they've got all the confidence, and North are the ones who are kind of fighting from behind here. Vitality are not really caring. They're just going in and getting the job done.
Flower pots are going, the chickens are dead. Apex has just had enough. As they take the lead here in a significant manner, there's going to be Shoxy at the very end, collecting all the bits and pieces from the apartment, 5-3. Remember, they lost the pistol as well. They were down 0-3. So this has been an absolutely clinical performance on the T side since the gun rounds began. You can see morale not exactly too high over there. Left them hanging for a little bit.
That's a rough one. I mean, this is where the pressure's on for North.
Yep.
But again, money in the bank because they're losing so many rounds. They're getting a whole lot each round now. So if they manage to hold on, which is what they did last round with the half buy, they are still going to get a pretty solid buy here. So this is it for North. I think they really need to put their foot down and actually win around here versus Vitality, or things are going to really get out of hand.
Remember, this is the pick of North as well. It'll be so demoralizing to give this one up in a convincing manner as well. With Dust 2 coming up next, maybe not right now, but Vitality are considered one of the best in the world on that map. We haven't seen much in terms of Shox being part of the lineup, but I'd assume they just swell in terms of prowess on the map with him brought into the ranks.
That's always been a good map for Shox.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can do everything there, so...
That's a scary one.
That's a scary one, man. If you're North right now, you got to be thinking, how do we turn this around, guys? Because we got ZywOo and Shoxy on the other side.
We need Yugi to come online. Like every time I cast North, I'm always rooting for him. I know how powerful he is. I want to see him.
I thought commentators weren't supposed to be biased.
I'm biased down to every single game, every round. I'm always rooting for one team. That's
clearly biased.
Yeah, exactly. But so Yugi had that confidence in the first gun run. Remember, he goes to that pick towards second middle. That's more like it. He does actually manage to take down RPK. And will he survive though? Going for a second bite of the cherry. It works out. That's more like it. You got to call him out. And he delivers Semler every single time. 3 frags found. Vitality left looking at 6s and 7s here. It's going to be a 5 versus 2 though, however. Shoxy and ZywOo. If ever there were 2 names that could recover this, Semler, I think these might be up there.
Man has got the Krieg as well. Oh, gives up the angle though, looking to wait for his teammate to get over there, looks like, or at least Shoxy. These are the last 2. If you wanted a clutch to happen for Vitality, these are the last 2 guys you want alive and in the mix. Shoxy looking to try and create some space over here, or at least a distraction towards the A site, hoping to create an opportunity for ZywOo to get that bomb down. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock, though, so there's not a whole lot of time. And yeah, ZywOo caught out in the open, and that should be the round here. Shoxy, just go down guns blazing, try and make it expensive, at least for North. Yep, there's one. Can he get another? This would be big. Ooh. Oh, nearly gets it done.
Yeah, you're
Gade
right.
survives.
That would have been influential. If you managed to get a couple of kills there, sure, it won't win the round, but it will just damage the finances going forward. But still, solid round there from North. And Yugi, I love it when that happens. You say you want a player to step up. He manages to get 3 kills. That is great to watch. Just classic warping there. Nothing too over-aggressive or overzealous. It looks very calm, hits the shots required there. You can see it was pretty decent trading potential there from Vitality, just couldn't get the shots in time. And to be 5-4 now, the first gun round on the board. And the North coach calling a timeout here, just trying to, oh, it's actually Vitality, I beg your pardon.
I like that. I like that from Vitality, because I was about to say that it seemed a little, like there was some hesitation there.
It
wasn't as crisp as what we've seen in the
Exactly.
first 5 rounds when Vitality got the ball rolling, when they're just aggressively taking that angle. That was all like, you know, jiggle, 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 slowly out into the crosshairs of an op.
They've been against Gade and AZ with rifles for the entire game so far. We talked about the potential of Yugi changing position every single round and making things complicated, making things confusing. That's what he has to continue now. He can't just go to B now and say, oh, I did well at B. He needs to change things up. You can see him go towards middle now. Maybe his confidence building. The fact he managed to get a 3-man in the last round. Will he push down towards middle? Oh, this is it now, Sam. This is what we want to see. Yugi coming online, ready to hit shots, takes down ZywOo.
Fantastic. That's exactly what you're hoping for. And now North with the man advantage. AZ took a little bit of a dustin', but he's all right. He'll back off, and they have the man advantage for North, trailing in rounds. 5-4 right now, Vitality in the lead, but now North can actually start to get the ball rolling for themselves a little bit here. Feel good moment perhaps, and Kirby's still going aggressive. And this, Vitality might not expect this. Sure enough, he's going to pick up one. He's going to hang around for the second as well, and it comes back to bite him. Shoxy with the headshot there, not messing around.
Really lovely stuff, though, from North. You can see how that sabotages their default attempts now. So any tactic they had in mind, any set piece they discussed in that timeout, completely ruined at this point. North reacts. And you know what? That's such a good play, because they've just scored a timeout. You know they're adapting to something. They're changing something. They're planning some sort of play in the next round. So you want to just ruin that and make things very difficult for them. So this couldn't have gone better for North. Sure, Kiabi potentially could have fallen back, but he had the chance to get that second frag as well. He was just up against Shoxy, who manages to absolutely batter and bruise him there. But still, a 4 versus 3. Yuki's still up with the sniper, who opened things up with that aggressive push towards second middle. But still, 40 seconds remain, and the majority of the utility there for Vitality.
Yeah, there's time enough, especially if they go with the man advantage. They've decided to split things up, North 2 and 2 on each site. And so Vitality will have a man advantage going on to the A side here, looking like it. 30 seconds on the clock, and the push is about to go through. Flash to open it out. Out the balcony they go. A run in. Cajun going to pick up one. Instantly traded. This is all on Gade now on the side. He needs to shut this down immediately. Shoxy checking the angles. Looking for it. They line up, and this is a big play. Gade picks up 2, holds the A site, gets that lockdown that they were looking for. And that's exactly what North needed. They've managed to turn it around here, Henry. We're tied up 5-5.
That's what Gade needed as well. He's had a really rough game so far. And the fact he gets a really nice spray down there, converts 2 kills, that's going to swell him with confidence now. They've got 2 Kriegs on the CT side. Now they can start playing their own game. He's starting to see a bit more dynamic play, aggressive at the start. Gade finding some form as well. He had 30 ADR before going into that one. And he absolutely nails it.
Tried to get fancy there, Apex, with a nade, it looked like. So he wasn't actually supporting Shoxy with the rifle. Ah, well. These are the details. These are the details that decide the rounds, and Gade, sure enough, got the job done. Well played on his side, and that's exactly the kind of round North need right now. Yeah, they've gone for a flash push towards Banana as well. It was Cajun B that set them up with the flash to go for full control here. Not working out so well, but it will be an equal trade. ZywOo takes care of that, however. He'll find Yugi, and that's going to be the cue for them to make their way towards A. Kiabi, a very strong pit player. They'll know exactly where he is with the smoke. Yeah, now they know. That smoke goes down, and it has to be clear, and somehow Shoxy does not win that duel. Revenge for Kirby from the last round. He's able to make it hurt a little bit here for Vitality, and the rotation is coming through now for North as well. So it's a 3-on-3 fight, and RPK, never mind. Instantly, in the blink of an eye, Vitality turn it around. 2 quick kills, and that's pretty much the retake done. AZ with a fresh smoke in front of him isn't going to have too much fun. AG on Alex? AG on Alex? Oh, he dodges it. Yeah, that would have been nice, but it is Vitality. After losing, it was 2 rounds in a row, some really nice rounds from North, actually. They will answer back. That was aggressive play from North. Like I said, their confidence starting to shine now. This is their pick, remember. They've got some tricks up their sleeve. They want to deploy them, but they needed some resources first to actually give it a go. It's not going to work every single time. The aggression, that was the 3rd time they tried it in a row. Eventually, Vitality were ready for it. That looked like AZ had the shot under control, but still now they know exactly what it is. This is worth a hunt. Now you know you have North on the ropes, you know it's an AWP at the back, and you can go in together. I would say definitely have a little sniff around, see what you can find, but Alex will be a little bit more tentative in his approach, waiting towards Speedway, and the other players going towards C-Spawn, so they don't fancy this at all. They're going to let AZ save the AWP and make sure they maintain their own cash, it seems. Yeah, ZywOo holds on to his op, and he just won the duel versus Yugi in that last round. Yeah. Revenge for the one before it, where Yugi played aggro. Sure. So right now, ZywOo may be looking to just, well, let's go. Let's dance, Yugi. I'm winning the duels if you don't get the drop on me. So let's dance and see how it goes. Vitality take the lead 6-5. And now it's on North to just kind of cobble together a buy here with whatever they were able to save from the last one. Yugi will have that op that was saved. And so we have 4M4s, decent nades, a couple of kits. Enough here for North to put up a fight. Vitality, full buy on their side. They're looking plenty healthy. And this is a big one here. Yugi misses the shot, took the shot, moving inside, Woo finds the trade.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Similar. With Yugi, you'd expect him in his heyday to really nail that, right? No problem. He goes to the repeat there. I don't hate that, but you gotta hit those ones. You've got the audacity to take that swing. You got to nail it. You give ZywOo a second chance, he's going to land the shot.
Second bite at the apple.
Yeah, exactly. Well then.
Well, there's the Molly, and Jeremy pinned. Alex the one to pick up that kill. That short Molly going to buy a little bit of time here, but Vitality, I like it. They're hesitating just a moment. And now we get to slow things down. There's still a minute on the clock. Vitality have got a 2-man advantage. There is no reason to go charging in. They can take their time, consolidate, and keep playing with the map. And they are going to be changing it up and heading back over towards B. So Vitality right now, they are playing to their strengths. They know they've got every edge in this round. It's their round to lose. AZ alone over here on B. Gade not too far away.
Yeah, this is their round to lose. AZ, though, potential to find a couple of frags here. While blind, he gets the first cleanly towards Alex. ZywOo, though, knows exactly where he is. A couple of Molotovs. They do stack in the corner there. He'll have to sit in the smoke. It could be enough of the denial here. It's RPK. As once we saw before, he will be the one planting the bomb. He doesn't get the glamorous rolls. He's down there trying to do what he can. He'll be punished for it. Gade takes him down at the HE. They actually have a chance in this one now, but little utility. Shocks on the luck. No good. That's the advantage to North now, but KaZeN and AZ are very low indeed.
Oh, this is so tough now for Vitality. Now it's all on North, and they've definitely got the firepower to pull this off. No utility, though. Could love to have a flash to make life easier, but it's not going to be the case. It's all going to come down to winning the duel. ZywOo rips AZ's head off. It's a 2-on-2, and they walk right in.
Damn.
That's painful. No utility, Henry. No flash. It's just a single flash there. Maybe turns it, but not going to pan out for North, unfortunately. That was a key round. That's going to put them in the dumps as far as money is concerned.
Yeah, that was agonizing for them. They did so well to get back into it as well. They are aware of the tendencies of Shocks. Like we said, he's come into this team to be...
he's aggro right now.
Yeah, he's brought into this team to clutch and lurk and try and sabotage rotations. Exactly what he was trying to do there, but North shut it down. But now it will be another partial buy. As you mentioned, the money absolutely ruined. AZ had $7,000, so you will invest with an M4 and armor. Being quite conservative, I have to say. Doesn't want to spend too much here. He might have to drop the orb going forward, but he'll be boosted up. Nice boost as well, but Apex, he's hitting absolutely everything right now. Has to be his 10th frag on the board, and now they can just sit back and wait. Counter-Strike's all about reactions at this point. You know you've got an opening pick. The pressure's applied to the CTs. They have to do something with this. They need intel. They need to pick and return, and that's what Gade's trying to do right now.
Now they have the M4. They line up, but Apex, he'll be there to trade for RPK. Quick rotation coming in from North as well over to the B site. Six, KaZeN, rather. Looking at the mini-map. KaZeN and Yugi. It'll come back, Henry. It'll come back. KaZeN and Yugi.
Just warming up here, guys.
Yeah, they're over on B, and Vitality just taking their time. Now you've got Shoxy doing exactly what you talked about, which is create some confusion in the back line for North, and it's Kirby with the luck breaking his way. He finds Shox looking the wrong way. So into a 3-on-3, and it's looking like Vitality are kind of getting done with the shenanigans here.
Yeah, this actually could fall apart. The fact that these are the kind of rounds you don't want Shocks doing that. Like I really despise it when lurkers will fully commit when you know you've confirmed you're up against the CZs, right? Yeah. You need to just fall back and get with the teammate. If you give that rifle up, sure, you've got a good chance of finding a couple of kills. It looks great. But if you get in this position, you've given one of the star players of North an AK-47 with Kevlar as well. He's got this beautiful off angle, guaranteed at least one. Won't get the second. Great awareness from Alex to get that trade through. There's a chance now for North. This didn't have to be such a complicated round from Vitality. Alex, that's a real high IQ play. He smokes towards the library position, sneaks through Arch, and they just assume now that it was a pretty lackluster smoke, but sure, it's enough to convince them they're both towards the side at this point. Alex has guaranteed himself a frag. No, not quite. Oh, Yugi.
This is unreal.
He could actually...
This is all
he didn't see him 4x3. 4x3. He didn't see him.
Unbelievable.
He definitely had the potential to, but I think he's his black bars. I have to check it out.
It's Apex, though. It's Apex. He can clutch this. He can clutch this. Knows where one is coming from. He has to assume the other's coming from short. Yep. And so there's a bit of information there. KaZeN's got an AK, but no Kevlar. So if they get into a spray fight, KaZeN's at the disadvantage. Apex is freaking out, and perfect play coming in from North. Split it up. Apex doesn't know which way to face, and he gets caught out in the open. That's a big round for North.
Yeah, my heart bleeds for Alex there. As I mentioned, he had the big brain play there. The smoke down towards the Arch/library side, managing to get towards Arch, guarantees himself a frag, but Yugi, he sits in the smoke.
That's unreal.
And then he actually spotted him. We saw it on our stream, of course. We don't get exactly their POV, but from what I could gather, if he was playing 16:9, he would actually have caught him in the real tight angles of his monitor there, but it will cost him the frag and indeed the round. It was looking so good in terms of the recovery, but as you mentioned, you give an AK-47 up against these pistols, that's where it can all fall apart, so might want to reel it in a little bit there, but North are right back on their feet.
It is kind of French CS, though, man.
It's the way, you know? They've got a certain je ne sais quoi sometimes, you know?
Indeed, they do. They have a joie de vivre, which also involves being a bit aggressive, and it sometimes can
a bit aggressive.
Sometimes it can come back and bite them a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's the fun. You know, that's what it's all about, keeping things exciting, keeping them close. Like we said, it's called CSGO overtime now. So we try and make sure we get 30 rounds every single game if possible. So we'll see if we can replicate that here. It's actually getting... it is a bit of a shame, you know, like all jokes aside, the fact when the Krieg will be nerfed, going forward, does it like nullify the last like few months? The fact the Krieg's been so prevalent in every single game, and we're now going to nerf it and it'll go back to AK. You're just like, well, they were good, but that's when the Krieg was OP, you know? Like, are we going to be thinking like that? I don't know, but it's an interesting thought.
We've had these kinds of conversations in the past, though. Remember when the CZ op was such a huge, dominant combo? JW. I mean, they were wrecking everybody, and so these are just the way that the meta breaks, right? And sometimes it's going to go this way.
I guess you just got to play the game as it's laid out in front of you. Everyone else has the same tools available to them. So if you're dominating, I suppose that answers my question.
That is kind of the dev answer, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, well, then it's just going to be the team that adapts best to the circumstances. And it's like, fair enough, dev. Fair enough. But maybe you don't make those changes. I don't know. We can have that debate another time, Henry. Because right now, it is North holding on the A side. 2 kills for them already. Vitality getting worn down. This was a buy round from Vitality as well. Not like they were going in eco. And so this is a big advantage now for North. Apex and Shox working together. But the bomb is dropped out in the middle of nowhere, and Vitality no longer have any utility. They have to get the kill. They have to remove Kirby from the site. But AZ clever, looking over the smoke. Everything is breaking North's way here.
Oof. Touchdown from AZ there. It's going to be 3 versus 1 shot to the CZ. And now no head is going to be Gade to close things out there. North are actually looking pretty decent. Once they got established and managed to get the money in a healthy position where they could start being a bit aggressive, got some AKs in their hands, maintaining the AWP as well. Sure, they had a bumpy start into this one, but in today's game, 8-7 isn't the worst scoreline in the world. It's their map pick, remember. They'll be more than confident going onto their T side. It's not like a nuke or a train, for example. Inferno is quite balanced in that respect. That's
just, again, sometimes you get the luck of the draw. The round before, sometimes Vitality, you know, is just not going their way. The round before with Alex Clutch. This time because the bomb gets dropped on the cart. You know, life is tough sometimes, and Vitality are taking the brunt of it. We're in the 15th round of the first half. It's tied up 7-7. Vitality go for the force. Couple of AKs to work with here. And now North playing a little aggressive, but they have to realize and know that they've got a big advantage in this round. So don't need to get too far out there.
Well, this is where we need to keep our eye on Shox, right? We need to make sure that once they've confirmed they're up against well, the full buy here. Will he be joining the squad? Will he be going in trying to play loads? I think the sticking as a 5-man group will be much stronger here. It's going to be easy to open things up, though. You can see them falling back again. He talked about that apprehension sometimes when they lose the advantage towards that B side of the map. It's going to cost them another round here. Gade is mowing them down through the smoke. Nothing can be done. He shuts the door, slams it almost in their face, and Shox now trying to recover just a single frag at this point.
This is a tough one for Shoxy. Doesn't know which way to look, and it will be North ending the half with the lead over Vitality. 8-7 for North. CT side of Inferno, and solid work from them. But it's looking like, Henry, we need to take a break.
We do indeed, Semler. We'll be back after these commercial messages.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from the break. We're live here with the StarSeries Season 8, and
here we go.
Henry, here we go. 8-7, North in the lead. They're going to be changing sides to the T side.
Oh, yes.
And Vitality are going to be wondering if they could have got a little bit more in the first half.
Yeah, the wind taken out of their sails somewhat towards the end of that one. And we were discussing it kind of in that halftime break. It's kind of today's game, the way the finances work. That's really what happens. If you get a strong lead at the start, your loss bonus is non-existent. And the way the game works now, we have no harsh resets anymore. We don't talk about getting to that $3,400 point, and then you're back to $1,400 after winning one round. You maintain $2,900 going forward, and you can get right back into the game as long as you manage it correctly. As long as you take a few ecos, build things up again, you still manage to have a loss bonus, and it's North actually coming back with 8 rounds on the board here as they enter their map pick on the T side. Now, win this pistol, they're actually in a great spot to come back and make this look like quite a dominant performance. We'll see. Alex looking for information towards second middle. Apex with the CZ. We talked about upgraded pistols here on the CT side, and he'll be looking for spray downs with that CZ. You have to get real close and hope you find a tight choke point.
Yeah, on B site, when they're coming in, that could be solid. I mean, North doing a good job right now of getting control of second mid, top mid as well as what they're looking for next. And they will get Cajun B up in the apartments as well. Vitality playing it safe. They're just going to be counting on these crossfires now that they've established on A and B to get them through this. Whether North go to one or the other, it's almost irrelevant now for Vitality. They're just going to sit and wait, it looks like. But with the utility here on the side of North, a couple of smokes to play with, and it's looking like they might be going over towards the A site to say hello. Kirby lining one up. As I was holding the angle, he'll be the first point of contact here for Vitality as they make their way through mid. And there's the smoke to go over. Do we have a flash to mid as well to clear it? Yes, we do. Towards short. That's going to be the go signal. Instant headshot on ZywOo. Forces him back, but he doesn't die. And that's the information. RPK going to be in position. Beautiful follow-up flash, but Alex point blank mows down AZ. And a man advantage, 2-man advantage now for Vitality. Yugi's going to try and bring it back, but with 2 bodies alive on the site here for Vitality and a third coming in quick, it's looking real rough here for North, and they will not make it happen. Vitality, they trusted in their ability to hit the shots when it counted. RPK picks up a triple, and that's a very solid start for them in the half.
Yeah, the tank doesn't even take a scratch there, Semler. 100 HP, 3 frags found. The heavy artillery's being deployed, and it will be 8-8 now. Fantastic hold there from Vitality. We'll have a look at this crossfire coming in. You can see Alex is taking all the aggro, all the information gathered, and RPK just has to hit his shot to this point. That's one thing he's very good at. Great movement, great positioning, and no force buy in response. We'll normally see a full buy, and normally a stronger buy than the CTs if you get the bomb down and pistol and lose it. Yeah. But if you don't get the plant down, you'll take a full eco and get AKs out in the third. So that's exactly what we'll see here. If you get the bomb down, that's a bit of a miracle. If you even get a kill, that'd be great. That does about 150 damage there towards the T-steps. Apex looking to spread him down. You don't see the MP5 too often, but he's making it work. Is that a clean ace?
No, Shoxy ruining it. Shoxy, what are you doing, Shoxy?
Yeah, the MP5 doesn't get much love these days, and that would have been a nice way to kind of give it a bit of a celebration. But no, Shox will deny the ace, but still a very clean round. Lots of money farmed there.
Yeah. That's a lot of money in a round right there. He's feeling good. That's as good as it gets, right into your SMG. It's actually worst case scenario for North. Usually you're trying to play dodge the SMG in anti-eco rounds because you don't want to feed $1 billion to your opponents. But Apex, a little bit of greed coming out here from Vitality, perhaps not really using that money, not really upgrading anything. They're going to stick with these SMGs, but this is a full buy coming in from North because of that hard eco. They've got full AKs. They have the advantage here in this round now.
They absolutely do. This is what we call like the bonus round in this kind of finance system. If you win cleanly in that second round against the Glocks, this is now the bonus round because you're going in with the SMGs, the less firepower. If you do win this round, it's such a big deal, but it's so difficult. As you mentioned, North actually have more in terms of weaponry, they have the utility required, and on a map like Inferno, they know they can get a lot of space here considering they got no kills in the previous round. In some instances, it's actually better to get no kills at all. You know you're denying a rifle going forward.
I love that flash. That is clean work. Creates the opening here for North to start pressuring top banana. And it forces out the incendiary too, so some good use here from North. Single flash, and they're getting some grenades out already here from the defense, and Vitality now going to be the ones trying to take it back. I like this. Counter aggression coming in. Shoxy straight in with the MP9, I think?
MP9, yeah.
Yeah, and he gets the job done. So man advantage now for Vitality, and a lot of information. Shoxy scoping Banana is telling his teammates that the action is going to be going down over here on A.
That's such a great play from Vitality. As we mentioned, they didn't have the weaponry to necessarily justify a full default hold, but taking matters into their own hands, they do get the opening frag, but things getting complicated now. RPK painted into a corner, but it's going to be the MP5 to get him out of it. ZywOo doing great job with the SMG. Time is running low here. The AKs have to deliver, but it's ZywOo once again lighting up the scoreboard. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. Gade is the walking wounded at this point. 17 seconds on the clock, 24 HP to speak of. And now, how does he get his bomb down? Decides to throw the Molotov, and I think that's just going to swing ZywOo into position with the P250. We said it was a bonus round, and what a massive deal that is for Vitality to pick it up.
Unreal. Now look at the money that Apex has got to work with. Nearly $9,000 in the bank because of that.
Yup.
Huge. Vitality now double digits, 10-8 on the CT side, and just looking so good. North, again, key rounds not being picked up here by the Danes. It's definitely hurting them on their map pick as well. Dust 2, the next map to come up here, chosen by Vitality. Yeah,
that is a big deal. The Vitality, they're no joke on that map. ZywOo gets going, he gets Shoxy clutching on that one. That's like his home map as well. You're in a lot of trouble, especially if you give up an Inferno as well. Yugi's had some great moments, but he'll have to have some spectacular ones to get them through Dust 2. RPK going for the spam. You don't see too many kills there, but against pistols, you can do some significant damage. Nothing connects just yet, but he throws a smoke to the left, give a slight gap on the right for players to cross over towards Boiler. KGB's already jumped up through the window, however, looking for the gap here. It's an ambitious shot with a deagle, but he does need something to go in his favor at this point. Lines it up perfectly, and he gets the reward. That's a great shot from Cajun.
Sick work. Now Alex alone on the side. Apex and ZywOo are here in position to rotate over. Single flash has been used here for North. There's out of utility. It's all on Apex now. Point blank has to get the job done. ZywOo's already dead. Apex gets overwhelmed, and it's a man advantage now here for North. There is a return frag, though, from Alex. A lot of pressure getting poured on here. Kirby trying to hunt this guy down, but they're playing peekaboo, and this is buying time for Shox to rotate in. No bomb plant yet here for North either, and Shoxy takes down Yugi. That's the bomb down. No reason to take any risks at this point. Solid work from Vitality in the end, just trying to slow it down as much as possible, really hindering North.
Yeah, those deadly deagles of the dastardly Danes still unable to convert the round. It's 11-8. Denmark has got some of the world's best deagle users on the planet, but unfortunately wasn't quite enough there. It's great shots from Cajun. The lineup towards the pit was great to watch, but unfortunately still not quite enough. But still some damage done financially towards the CT side, but they are fully equipped in this round, of course, but they are weak at this point. He got 7K on Shoxy, sure, but Alex, RPK, Apex, and ZywOo all hovering around $1,000. So sure, you're going to be disappointed you didn't win that round, but you've done enough damage there to get yourself back in this game.
Let's see how it all panned out. Yeah, that was clean. And he gets the follow-up on Apex as well. Just too many targets there for Apex. And that's an unfortunate turn of situation for Apex as well. No utility left on North. If he could just hang back and not put himself in a position where he was facing two at the same time, could have been brutal there. But still, pays out here for Vitality. 11-8 lead for Vitality. Fully bought up on both sides. Yugi's got that op in tow as well, and ZywOo, he's got one of his own. So now we're going to get the option into the mix. And it's looking like ZywOo, curious to see, playing it a little bit slower, so we may have a setup here.
Yeah, we'll see what they've got in mind. 3 players towards quad right now, going to be boosting one on towards the quad. This works out. Once a half, it's a really strong position, but once they're aware you're using it, they will be flashing that. You have to have a player in an anti-flash position to protect the boosted player. And it's AZ. He's so good at opening up these sort of frags here. Krieg, though, in hand, not ideal at close range, but the Flames will take him down from the grave. That's Apex now in a 4-on-4.
That was nice. Shoxy with a quick smoke trying to slow things down, but that's a smoke used over on B now. Something to think about here for North, but North are deciding time to take over mid, and let's get into it, and they're going to walk right into the trap that Vitality have set. Do they have a flash? No, ZywOo going to go aggressive, and this might cost him. Turns right back into the flash. He's got his teammates there, but they don't. You have the boost anymore. Vitality giving up on that position may come back to haunt them. They don't know, but the push is coming through, and it's the shot through his own teammate that might have just saved him. ZywOo still with the molly and a shot. Takes down Yugi and Cajun B. Man advantage now for Vitality. Well, that got very explosive very quickly indeed. Vitality continuing their perfect run so far on the CT side, and ZywOo, he is so low, and Kiabi didn't spot him. The barrel of his gun, I think, blocked the vision. He'll be punished. Alex to close things out. 3 players surviving, and ZywOo, even though he hits multiple players, I think his own teammates included, does get 3 kills in total. 14 at the very top of the scoreboard there. Lovely stuff, and we go 12-8. I like this. The mental game's coming in here as well. Oh, yeah. Because right now, Henry, you notice that it's not the sound-canceling headsets that the players are wearing, right? I know. So they can't hear each other talk, right? Sure. At this level, can't hear that. But if there's some shouting going on, you're definitely hearing it.
We're getting more and more of that in CS, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like we were way too conservative for that. Like back in my day, Summer, I don't want to go on a rant here, but you should have heard
tell me how.
some of the things that came out of my mouth. I don't even respect
history.
I don't even want to repeat some of the things I used to say to other players just to get in their heads. Like we used to do the things we used to do to other teams just to get their mental edge were unspeakable sometimes. Like really quite bad stuff. Yeah. Like we really played that in the UK. We weren't great at CS, but we were very good at pissing people off. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I feel like that's a trend for most UK.
Yeah, that's true. Like that, I'll give you that. That's fair.
Have you ever met Too Good?
Yeah, he really personifies the whole thing I'm talking about. He knows exactly how to get into people's skin.
Yeah, buddy. Well, I mean, I do like to see that coming back as well. Just missing the old events like a Copenhagen Games.
Yeah, you know, right? I miss the setups when you have like opposite setups, right?
They sit right in front of each other.
That's so crazy good when that happens. I really wish we bring that back. But either way, we will have a 12-8 lead for Vitality. A nice conservative crossfire approach. They got an opening pick. They don't want to give away any weapons, but we know how good North are with Deagles. Can they find an open this time? So for Alex to deploy a flashbang. His teammate set up on the balcony. That's RPK. Oh, this looks so good. Alex playing very, very well. That bomb might be planted, but Cajun B thinks better of it. Goes for a kill instead. Can't pick that up. Goes for the reload. And it's a clean sweep as Vitality now in touching distance of taking the map pick of North, which is Inferno.
That is agonizing. If you're Cajun.
Yeah, I've got one kill there, so I've at least got one. No!
Denied. And Alex with the quad kill at the end of the round. Anti-eco, so I mean, nothing to write home to mom about, but still, solid work.
Yeah.
And that's 13 rounds on the board now for Vitality, 8 for North.
If you haven't spoke to your mother recently, give her a call.
Yes,
just a PSA for everyone.
Always. So, what do we got in store for us here? Because North are full bot, a couple of Kriegs in tow as well. Surprised not to see more Kriegs, actually, but, you know, they're looking for balance, I guess.
Like some teams just don't feel as comfortable with them. Like there's some teams that really excel with the Krieg, but then there's other teams or a couple of players fancier and just prefer the AK, especially the older players, I'd imagine. But either way, we do have decent banana control here for North. 1 minute 30. Love to see that same boost towards Boiler we saw that North deploy, and this time. Don't even check it. Kiabi just walks into an easy kill. RP gave him misses while 5 bullets and gets away with it.
That was awkward.
Yeah, but he's like, you know what, boys? Clean kill. Don't worry about that.
Yep,
got that one.
Man, I really had to fight for that one, boys.
Yeah.
Easy, though. He'll trade it. He'll take Apex out. So now there's a solo player here. It's Zaiwu alone on the B site. 3 players here for North, though, so things can get spicy for him real quick. Smoke goes down. Does he try to fight through it? Shocks is going to be in there with the anti-flash, trying to slow things down here. North trying to push, and Zaiwu's completely changed up his positioning. Right now, North, Izzy's going to check. No scope. Let's go. Zaiwu's looking for it. He's ready for the jump. He's reading you like a book.
No.
There it is, buddy. There it is.
Oh, that's so wild from Zaiwu. That's why he's in the conversation for the world's best right now. You can't teach that. That's all DNA, baby. That's reading the game as it happens live. Managing to, do you see that switch up, that mental presence he has to actually get the first orb, no scope, of course. Gets the Krieg, reads the boost coming in, and he's absolutely eviscerates every opponent in front of him. This is a world-class play.
This is what we're talking about. Sometimes, though, I mean, it's a heartbreak moment for AZ because he has no reason to think. Like Zaiwu, the last time they saw Zaiwu, he was behind coffins with an op. He was over on that side of things.
Disgusting.
So, yeah, look, Apex is just giving a shout over North's way. Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Pressure's on you now, buddies. Tactical pause used here by North. Last one in the stock for them as well. But, yeah, Zaiwu, that's so cool. Just get around. Hits every shot as well.
So sick.
14-8 now for Vitality on North's map.
Remember, he's on like essentially his rookie year as well, and he's making these sort of plays, and he's making other pros look like absolute amateurs at the time. Like there's no one else really on his level when he really gets going. It's unbelievable, but still could be curtains for North soon, as we'll see Galil's. A couple of AKs, 1 Krieg. They do have the utility, so there's enough to win this round here, but it's desperate. Especially on their map pick, this T side really has fallen apart at the seams, as we'll see an incendiary towards AZ aside there, as he has to extinguish it. That's a really vital smoke now.
Yeah.
Gone to the wayside.
What do you think of that? I'm not so sure. Is it worth or not?
It is
seems
because
like he's got a one-way here.
Otherwise, you let the CTs have full control. If you let them the incendiary burn, they're going to peek and they're going to try and swing off it. At least you can deny vision. It costs you a smoke, but they can't do much with it. You know, they're not going to take you down with a flashbang, for example. So it's better to smoke it off and shroud yourself instead of like thinking, oh, save my smoke. It might cost you your life.
Taking the risk, right?
Yeah.
Even still here between both of these teams, 5-5, and now. It's Vitality, once again, trusting in their setup. Zaiwu's got the angle, and that's setting it up here for Alex. The two of them could work together. Alex looks like he's just going to be blazing away through the smoke, just random spray. Does get tagged himself. Yogi very low on the side of North, but it's still a 5v5. And North now pushing onto this A site. They've got control of top mid at least, but they've still left AZ at the top of Banana. So there is a chance. There is time here for North to wrap back over towards Banana if they're feeling it. 45 seconds left on the clock. Smoke goes down a block off library, and Zywoo perhaps thinking for an instant there that it was going to be towards B. Instead, now he's set up graveyard shot. Release art shot, and there it is. Cajun B's out of it.
Oh, that's such a great angle. Cajun B, they smoke it afterwards as well. That's going to be gutting for them. So we had the smoke, and we just let him get the free kill. They're trying to save it for the final commitment towards the A side, but time is ticking away. This is a desperate scenario for North. 20 seconds remaining. It's a 5 versus 3, looking for map points. Vitality look very comfortable indeed. They've still got utility. They've still got headshots. And it's Gade and AZ with nothing left to do here. 10 seconds on the clock. Looking for consolation frags at this point. Might be better off to saving the AKs. Gade doesn't get that option as AZ will sit back there with the Kree. This is a nightmare. They might even take him down after the timer if Alex goes towards the bedroom. Not going to happen. So one small consolation is AZ will take a Krieg, but he gets $0 on top of that. So he'll get no utility. You can't drop grenades, of course, so he'll have to just make do with a Krieg and armor.
It's so painful as well. At one bomb plant, and you're looking at a totally different round here for North. That bonus 800 in the pocket would have been big. Instead, now they're kind of stuck in the middle, not quite sure. I mean, they have to go for deagles just to get some utility. Couple of MAC-10s and a UMP. Right,
boys, we need 7 rounds in a row. And to begin that long trek, we've got 2 MAC-10s and a UMP. It's not looking good. The CTs have got AKs, of course. Zywoo is playing lights out with the AWP. We might be absolutely cream crackered here. Not sure, but there's the rifle gone, as it will be a nice opening frag there. They do recover it, but it looks like the game is irreparable.
Vitality have just got this on lock.
They've crushed them.
They have definitely, this is as one-sided a half as you can get pretty much. So solid. Yep, it is a flawless round, or flawless half rather, for Vitality. So North, for your pick, this is pretty painful, and this is not going to be building confidence for Dust 2, which comes up next.
Yeah, we talked about the mental aspect of Counter-Strike. It's certainly prevalent here. You've had, they played the first game of the day today, and now that it's been a long, long day of Counter-Strike, you can see that the fatigue may be setting in. They're not as sharp as they were this morning, and now a 4-on-2, Yugi will get that frag back, but still such a difficult round to get back into, considering Gade has the MAC-10 towards quad. Even if he catches someone off guard, there's a chance it still falls apart because the weapon just not great, but the flashbang is excellent. That's everything. 1 versus 2.
Solid from Alex. Alex plays safe right now. He's got his teammates Zywoo trying to rotate in. Zywoo will be able to recover a rifle as well on the way.
5 bullets.
This is all it. 44 seconds, and Yugi realizes it has to go for the reload. Is he going to do it?
1 bullet.
He's got the Deeg as well. Could be trying to go for that, but no, decides to back off. 35 seconds on the clock, and now Zywoo's going to turn up, but it doesn't matter. Alex finds the kill. 16-8, the final score. Vitality with a perfect second half here on Inferno, on North's pick. And yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that one. North can shake hands all they like, but they know this one is falling apart at a rapid pace here. And Vitality are showing no signs of slowing down whatsoever. What a spectacular second half that was from them. Apex as well, 21 frags, opening things up left, right, and center, and they just look so comfortable to close that one out.
Yeah, and you can see, just right there, that shot, how close they were. They can hear each other shouting. I love that from the Frenchies. You know, that they're just constantly getting in your opponent's heads. You got things going your way, definitely give a holler, definitely give a shout, put a bit more pressure on there, get in their heads a little bit. And it looks like that's exactly what happened.
Well, we saw all the tactical timeouts used. We didn't see a single round picked up in the second half, and that was the pick of North. I'm not sure if they can recover this one. We move on to Dust 2 next. Like we said, it's Shoxy's playground. Zywoo's playing amazing. We'll take a break and be back with the analyst desk.